Hi, I'm Jordana, interior designer from New Projects, and I'm here today with Sean from Cochrane Bespoke. Hi, Sean.
Hiya.
We're going to talk through this gorgeous showroom and all of the inspiration behind what you're showcasing here today.
What we've tried to do is have three elements. So we've got the dressing area, our TV wall, and also our kitchen area. In front of us, we have a beautiful kitchen island. You can see all the detail we've actually gone into on this. We spent a lot of time trying to get the shaping right. So we've worked a lot on the worktop area. So it's all about the curve on this thing. Within joinery, the difficulty is often making the curves work. We've got multiple layers on the back end of our island. And what we've done was we tried to integrate metalwork and then 3 layers of different woodwork, which is always quite a complicated thing to do. So what we've tried to do within a small area, it shows the detail you can go to if you want the perfect bespoke joinery.
And talk to me about the inspiration for particularly this island bench, because the legs are absolutely gorgeous. So I want you, and they're unusual. So I'd love to know how they came about.
Yeah, we get inspired by a lot of different things. Animals is one of my favourites. These legs in particular are based on a horse's leg.
Wow.
So what we've done with the top level is obviously thicker like the thigh. We've gone to a board, more knee shape in the bottom and a hoof at the bottom. Now we did this originally about 8 years ago, and it was in a house in Clapham on Old Town. This island we used there was actually filmed more than any other property in London for the last 10 years.
Wow.
So they did, I think, filming of 267 days out of 365. So it was a very, very popular kitchen. So somewhere, someone's probably seen it who's looking at this now.
No, so I absolutely love that it's so personal and it really is so individual and unique as well.
Yeah, you try and be like, as you do, we try and read the client. We try and get them to know their personality, and then you try and embody that within the design.
Yeah.
But, this is what we're quite lucky and fortunate in, because we get to work at this level. And really, you can form almost any idea you can think of. We can turn it into something, and basically make it a functional dream. Really,
and it can come to life.
It can come to life indeed.
Talk me through some of the materials and finishes here, and what you've used to make your creation come to life.
I mean, when you're working in a showroom environment like we are now, you've got to be very conscious of wear and tear. So this actually gets an awful lot of use. It doesn't look like it does, but it needs to look perfect all the time. It's a showroom. But this is actually made of quartz. And we've got a specific type of quartz where you obviously get the vein running all the way through it. So the difference now in particularly last 6 months, is the advances. It's very, very difficult to tell the difference. I can pour my red wine on this, leave my coffee cup on there, cut lemons, and it's absolutely perfect.
Turmeric, spaghetti bolognese, you name it, it's not going to show.
Yeah, it needs to not
That's
show.
the main thing. And I mean, I'm always on the fence with marble versus quartz. Obviously, marble is more expensive, it is more beautiful, but in terms of functionality, wear and tear, everyday life, there are just such beautiful options with quartz available these days. And I think everyone's kind of going in that direction, aren't they?
Really, yes. I mean, it was always a big toss-up up until literally this year. Now they've really pushed it forward. I don't know if it's sort of like, obviously everything's quite innovative, everything's moving forward. And even the printers are all worked on AI printers now. So the colour that comes through, it is very difficult to tell the difference. But, from a usage point of view, this will always win. I love marble, I love natural things.
I know you do.
But, when it comes to the surface that you're going to constantly use, you're going to cut on, you want to be able to cut lemons on, you want to be able to look like or feel like you can abuse it, but it will still look beautiful.
Abuse. No, but no, it makes sense. And even, for the higher level properties that we do as well, they're even still veering towards quartz, even though they have the budget for the marble. It's just, you don't want to be paranoid about cooking in your own kitchen and entertaining.
So even now, when we're going to the level of quartz that we've got to, it's actually the difference has become much more marginal.
Yeah, that is true.
It's more for us. It's not even the price really at this level. It's not really the price. It's just the usage with the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Because if you've got those two together, as everyone knows,
it's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
So talk me through the rest of some of the materials and finishes that you've used. 2 things that I absolutely love is the metal and the leather here.
Okay. Yeah, well, I like to combine things. It's texture.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we've got the metal, we've got the leather. So this is actually made from liquid metal. Again, it's something that's advanced a lot in the last few years. I mean, we used to actually make everything out of metal, but obviously the weight and the time and even the joining of it's quite difficult. So with liquid metal as such, it becomes something you can put over your joinery, and it gives a very, very smooth, even, perfect finish. And it's also extremely hard wearing. Yeah, and again, as with the quartz, that's what we need.
We do. I love that advance as well, because you're right, metal can be very difficult to deal with, but right now we can really choose it as an option, and it is hard wearing and it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it is actually metal because it's liquid metal.
Yeah.
The thing is though, you can also coat it. There's a special kind of toughener which you use on it, so therefore, like with metal, you can scratch relatively easily. This will be a lot more resilient.
Yeah, it's a great choice.
Yeah, always key.
And it looks so luxe and really elevates the space. And this, I always love a bit of leather.
Yeah, it's always
faux leather, of course.
It's always it's texture.
Yeah,
you know, it's just texture. It's having something that's quite hard with something that's beautifully soft and tactile. You know, it gives it the warmth against the cold. You know, it's all these little things, all these different kind of emotional touches. You don't really necessarily realise if it's design, but it's not like the one big thing. It's the 100 little.
It's all the detail, is the layering of textures that make the difference.
Yeah,
I love it. So I want to talk about the timber that you've used and the handles as well.
Yeah.
I can see that the timber that you've used on the island is that of the timber you've used for the wardrobe area. So what have you used here?
So we've used a lot of it. It's actually a mixture of finishes really, but the majority of it is actually solid walnut.
Nice.
We like to use as much solid wood as we can. When you open the drawers, you'll see the dovetail joints. That's always quite an important feature.
Yeah.
It's very old school, but I love it as it sort of it flatters the contemporary look of the metal insets and such like. So in general, really, we try and stay with more classic materials. There are the MDFs, which we now also use with a special sort of veneering of real walnut over the top, and that works very well for the curved doors.
No, I absolutely love the curves. Are so on trend at the moment, and you've really nailed it here. I'm loving it.
Yeah, what we tried to do with this one is actually show as much as you can do within a kitchen. We've always got quite a small space.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, what can we do? What can we show? So show as much as possible. So we've got the curved door, which has got multiple layers on it. And then we've actually got a metal insert also going around that in bronze, which is also curved. So if you can kind of do that, you can do anything.
And I love that detail, I have to say.
Yeah.
It's something I spec in a lot of kitchens that I do.
Yeah, I've done many for you.
Yeah.
No, I love doing your work as well, because it does really, you know, it pushes me a little bit, which is always the fun bit.
Yeah.
You know? We have the budget to do it, so, you know, let's do it.
Yeah. Sure, thanks so much for sharing your insight, and let's catch up soon.
No, it's been a pleasure.